The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Nashville. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And right away, he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's McNichols. He's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Peterson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the ground, this is McNichols. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 downs.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adrian Peterson still with a nose for that end zone, scoring from a yard out. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time. To simulate game situations, doesn't always work out, though.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if it's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Brady to throw again. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. The jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll go McNichols to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Play action. It's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's McNichols. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. The 30. 10.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time.
The intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chester Rogers, as the first half is winding down, and the Titans are going to retake the lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's McNichols. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
To throw, it's Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Brady to his tight end, Brate, for the Tampa Bay first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Brady. Underneath, he's got Brate. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On play action, now Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 66 yards. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They run again with McNichols, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Jones has it. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's McNichols as they stay on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chester Rogers. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Underneath, he's got Brady. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on second down. Back to throw, Brady. And he finds Gronk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Brady. Underneath, he's got Brady. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Brady to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter,
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And off we go from the... Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off play action, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Tannehill on third down. That's taken in by Ferkser. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to the ground, Peterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's again to Peterson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they are going to set up shop. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, back to Henderson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Henderson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
second down, it's Henderson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. On second down now, it's Henderson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Good footwork at the 30. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Henderson. Evades him at the 10. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now a handoff, Henderson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On the ground with a tight end. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Myles Gaskin 99 yards. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A little juke. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Check 15.
Here's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his guys have got it back, and closing stages of the first half.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. And got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. Tua going to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. It's brought in by Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Worth noting, that visiting sideline is getting the worst of the sun right now. It can definitely play a factor, especially because the other sideline is in full shade. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
65, 51 the mark, bro. 51. Right here, right here.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders' kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Rolling to his... Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.